So there was a time when I would buy bulk Steam keys from G2A, and sometimes they would include just the most random games I've never heard of. For instance, Zombie Boom. When I click on the Zombie Boom store page icon, nothing appears. So I type it in, and nothing appears. There is no Zombie Boom on Steam. So that doesn't bode well, but I install it and it yeah, it installs very quickly. It's not a, it doesn't seem to be a very large game. That could be a good thing, you know, maybe they consolidated their files really well. You know, it could just be an expert package. But we'll find out, I guess. I'm going to play Zombie Boom. It launches something, you know, it has some settings that to go through, which is impressive. I didn't expect anything to actually appear, but you can change your settings, you know, to be whatever you want. I figure, you know, I play video games. I'll get it done, but you know, that's loud. And oh, okay, so it's full screen, but not actually full screen. Clearly a mobile game ported over to Steam. Based on that UI, you know, I'm kind of clicking around trying to get it to work, but I have to angle my mouse, position my mouse beneath the icon to actually click on anything. And that is not particularly good game design. So I'm trying to click and drag the grenade, and it just sort of doesn't work. I press D, and apparently that is bombs, but I don't have bombs. But I would think the grenade is a bong. But if you run out of bombs, you restart the level. It seems I discovered that P is pause, and so that's a pause. But you drag the pause menu, and the icons are half covered. So that didn't work. I don't know what that detonation icon is. Maybe that's the bomb, but there's no number associated with that as there are with the grenades. Doesn't seem to work very well. You know, I'm doing my best here. I'm trying my bombs, man. This is Zombie Boom. Zombie gotta go boom, but it went boom boom in its pantaloons. It would seem. So I can't bother with this. It's going. It has to go into its own specific Steam library now. It can't belong anywhere other than a certified garbage pile. So it's going into the garbage pile. That was just fully an embarrassment. So next, since I'm just going to be going up from the bottom of this playlist, which is alphabetized, I have Wooden Floor, a larger game than Zombie Boom, so that bodes well. You know, more content, you know, maybe more than one level that doesn't work at all. It has a store page, you know, Unreal technology. That's impressive, right? It's a game. Wooden Floor is a game that you can buy, okay? It was released in February 2015. So that's cool. You got a real game here for real gamers. All right, this is a first-person horror game. All right, I'm expecting Amnesia. Okay, Outlast. All right, high hopes for this one. So let's install it. 30 seconds, less than. All right, good shit. This is going to be the best game I have ever experienced in my life. The years that I spent buying random ass bulk Steam keys from G2A have really come to fruition here. I think this is going to be an experience unlike anything I've ever experienced, truly. So let's get into it. Wooden Floor, a game by Phoenix 99. It has a user license agreement, I guess, because it's Unreal. Sure, I'm not sure what I'm agreeing to. I think my laptop is now a Bitcoin machine, but here we go. Powered by Unreal technology. First of all, it's not full screen. I'm clicking around on my mouse. It does nothing. I'm using arrow keys, does nothing. I realize now that it's telling me to use like actual numbers to select, which is ridiculous. That is not an option. That is not a normal option for a menu selection, to just use the numbers on your keyboard 1 through 8. But that's what this is, I guess. And again, here for a gamma value 1 through 8. Default is 1. Awesome. So you cannot go any darker than what Phoenix 93. He spelled Phoenix wrong. Okay. So let's get into it. This is Wooden Floor. Probably Game of the Year contender for 2015. I'm not sure what else released back then, but if it's not Wooden Floor, it clearly ain't shit. All right, Wooden Floor, here we go. I'm trying the mouse, it doesn't work. I press 1 and we enter the game. Okay, so my mouse is actually working. It's WASD to move, E to focus and select an object. Okay, pretty standard controls so far. That's good. I can interact with a drawer. I find a key. Okay, there's some I can't interact with the candle, or the bed. I can interact with this book. That goes up and I can drop it. Oh. It phases through the table. That's excellent. But it does have gravity. But it phases through the table. So there's collision when there's no collision if you're carrying something, but there is collision if you drop something. I cannot pick up the bottle. I cannot pick up the coins. I cannot pick up the basket or the candle or the chair. I cannot pick up the bottle. I cannot do anything apart from open drawers and pick up keys. It seems like very specific objects can be interacted with in this game. I cannot do anything with the bucket. If you are still looking inside the drawer and press E, the drawer or the dresser doors will close on you. Cannot interact with any paintings, and so I decide to just leave this room. Again, I cannot interact with any candles. I'm pretty sure that's a copyright. However, medieval art is probably the last thing that's going to be copyright. So, this house is probably the epitome of a box. There's not much going on here. It's locked. Need a key. So I'm kind of walking around. There may be more behind a shut door than just a wooden floor. Good to know. Keep that in mind. You know, there could be a wall, there could be a roof, there could be a whole bookshelf that you cannot interact with at all. This thing, it doesn't move. I'm not sure why it doesn't move. Why it's telling me it doesn't move when it doesn't do anything when I press E. But I can open this and can't do anything with anything inside. So you just sort of wander around the house looking at things, generally being chilled to the bone by the atmosphere. It's something, that's for sure. The drawer opens. That's great. Oh, that was scary. That kind of got me. That was the first scary thing that happened. It was a jump scare. The, you know, gold medal of terror, of horror. But I find a key just on a desk, on an end table, just sitting there, not hidden, just there. So I go to the only door that's locked and I unlock it. Great. Moving on. Very scary stuff here. Very, very scary stuff. Oh, I can actually interact with something, but the gravity is reversed. Okay, some paranormal activity is going on. Please visit me again. Okay, that seems a bit on the nose. You know, I would kind of prefer the game to not just tell me what to do. So I'm kind of like, oh, there's a globe. Can I spin it? No. So I close the door because before it said, oh, behind a door could be more. So I tried opening and lo and behold, it's a different room. Okay. You know, the game is actually, oh, wait, I can't. I have to jump over. That was kind of buggy. So, you know, it points for doing something, points off for impeding me to actually do it. So that's kind of lame. I'm now locked into here, nowhere to go but forward. And uh-oh, I'm gonna drown. No, I'm not. It was nothing. Just another jump scare. Do I feel like I'm going the wrong way? Oh, I guess I'll go the other way. A hallway. And, ooh, that was scary to see the shadow. This is a walking simulator if ever there was one. So yeah, gravity is reversed in this room, except it's also not because things are falling. So really good super glue, whoever lives here. Really, really, or maybe it's like Mighty Putty. That stuff is super strong. You could do anything with that. So, you know, a little bit of Inception going on now. But it's also a cutscene. I can't move, so I just see the room. Well, my FOV change. It's not even the room changes. It's like my FOV just changes and then reverts back. So, yeah. Spooky eyes disappear when you get close. Great. So, is there any danger? Is there any creatures following you? Amnesia, Dark Descent, Outlast. You know, those are the games that this is inspired by. However, it's missing that core component of an actual thing to do. And to actually be afraid of. Because so far, you're just walking in a dark room looking for keys that are in the most obvious of places. So here it's like a visual bug that turns out to not be a bug because it's just floating paintings that, again, Hieronymus, like, come on. You can't even like get some actual art. You have to rip off some medieval painting. Anyways, I open these dressers, see, oh, okay, do you ever hide in a wardrobe? Well, I guess I'll hide in a wardrobe then. Oh, guess I'm loading a new cell. Great. Here we are. And yeah, you just sort of keep walking. Keep on walking. So yeah, you know, gotta say, at least this is a game. Zombie Boom didn't work. This game works. That in and of itself is speaking volumes. When you play a game, it should work. So points here for that, for sure. I'm not hating this, like really, like, you know, it's trying to go for tone, for atmosphere. It's doing some visual things that are, you know, kind of interesting. A little bit of play going on by the dev, so you can appreciate that. It's just, it's not, you don't have to think. You just open a door and find a key, and then open the door to get the next key. That's it. But oh, I accidentally moved that and found the key. So earlier, books really can't be interacted with, but suddenly they can be. And yeah, now you have a key and you just unlock the door. And you go through the door. Great. Oh, epilepsy attack. And suddenly I'm in like Super Mario platformer. Like, what the heck? All right. So the jump mechanic here is kind of trash. There's no momentum in the movement. So you just sort of like collapse. It sucks. And then every time you respawn, you lose control. You have to click on the mouse to gain control of your character again. Otherwise, you just stand there doing nothing. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe I have to like click something, I have to do something. Turns out, no, you just kind of stand there and wait. Like, oh, okay, here we go. Here's a floating bookshelf. Awesome. Jump on the table. I kind of appreciate, you know, they're trying to do something. You can tell that as the game progresses, they're adding more systems in. And that is good. You know, that's a staple of any good game. Build upon the systems that you have. But this isn't working well. The system isn't well implemented. So, like, you can't run in this game. So again, there's no momentum. There's only one speed of movement. And there's no crouching. It's just walk forward and jump. Eventually, I kind of figure it out a little. Takes a while, I guess. Because now I just have to wait for the bookshelf to come back. It's on its own loop, it seems. You know, but maybe the dev knew how crappy this section was, because these planks of wood were not here before. And now I can just cross over easily. So, you know, hey, maybe the dev understood the shortcomings of the game itself and put it in a way to just get past that section. And if that's the case, you know, kudos to them. That's well thought out. Pick up a candle. have a light source now. Okay, again, adding systems in. So there's actually some development going on here. This game isn't terrible. There's something here. There's a kernel of an idea here. It's a derivative idea for sure, but there is something here. Not much to interact with, but I find, oh, there's the key. Gotta go get the key. So like, yeah, it's pitch dark, but there's nothing here. Like, there's nothing spooky. There's just a key and a door. That's it. You find the key, you open the door. Great. So I'm looking around, like, where does this key fly off to? Because it's a possessed key, I guess. Don't know where it is. Just trying to just look around. Just randomly looking for a key now. Maybe it's over here. Just, where's the key? Come on, key. Anywhere. Key, here, kitty, kitty, key. Here, kitty, key, key. Here, key, key, key. Here, key, key, key. Come on, where are you? Oh, there it is. Just on the wall beside the door that you opened with the key. Like, what is that? What? How? What? It's beside the door that you open? It could have been anywhere. It could have been a whole other puzzle, you know, maybe a little bait and switch, but instead it's just beside the door. Who are you? Just spattered all over on some paper, and I guess I'm mustache Timothy Chalamet. Sick. Yeah, okay, so just dark corridor again. Oh, here's some boxes. I wonder if I'll have to avoid those later on because they're very obviously precariously placed. Oh. Am I in outer space, I guess? What's it? Oh, run. Oh, shit. Okay, okay, something's happening. Something's oh, and I'm dead. And I'm dead. Great. Do I respawn at the run point? Oh, no, I'm back in the room with the candle. Okay, so I guess I have to go and get the key again. Awesome. Let's go do that. It's just, there's nothing to do. Oh, I thought like that shadow was something, but oh, no. I need the key. But, you know, I know where it is. It's right here. And then it flies off. And it's what? It's going to go right beside. Except I just saw it fly in a different direction. So, you know, surprisingly enough, it's not beside the door. Huh. Is there like some RNG script for which wall the key goes to? That's cool. You know, it's again, it's a kernel of an idea that I could think would blossom into something more down the line in the game or in a different game if the developer continued on pursuing the passion. And but you know, here's the key, just on a wall, hot glue gun, slapped it on, sick. And yeah, you just unlock the door, good to go. Heading on through. Spooky painting falling down. Great. But again, you know, Timothy Chalamet is a great actor. Why he decided to take this role, I don't know. But he grew a mustache for it. So that's, you know, at least pre-Dune. Right? So this is an iconic Timothy Chalamet experience that you can only receive if you pay less than $3 on Steam. But you know I need to run, so I run, and it's just nothing. Like some little spark effects, I guess, coming at me, but coming through the wall, but not actually behind me. It's kind of just pushing forward from where it initiated, but not actually following on the path of the hallway. So it clips through walls, and I don't know. Go through here, enter Diagon Alley or something, and I'm just in another room with more Hieronymus Lex. Is that no Hieronymus Lex or Rex? Isn't that like Elder Scrolls? Who's the artist? Anyways, put down the candle that somehow activates the slowest elevator of all time. Like, okay. Thank you. How do I activate? Oh, okay. It just automatically raises up. And we're off. Very slowly off. To the races. If I had to wait in an elevator like this every day just to go from the second floor to the first floor of my house, I would just not live there. I think, actually, yeah, I just wouldn't want to be in a place like this to live my entire life. Why is this person here? Why did Timothée Chalamet come to this place? I'll never know. For good reason. Partly because this game, again, isn't in full screen. It asked me to select from 1 through 8 for my settings. Like, that is not a difficult thing to do. To have mouse control to interact with a menu. Bottom line, do better. But there's something here that could improve. I think these eyes are meant to be scary, but every time you get anywhere close, they just disappear. So there's absolutely no risk in this game. You're just sort of wandering around in the dark, going into the starting room. Ooh. It flashes, so you just leave there and walk around. Maybe there'll be something, maybe there won't. Likely there won't. And this is wooden floor. You can see that the floor is made of wood. That's how you know that this is the one and only game wooden floor. However, the walls are the exact same texture as the floor sometimes. Like, it's the same wood. Everything is just wood. And now I'm just in the dark. I don't want to deal with the darkness, so I quit. And that's wooden floor. The floor is made of wood. You play as Timothée Chalamet, and that's about that. Wooden floor. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Tell your friends. Timothée Chalamet out.